Hi, this is my video journal number 2. My name is Nicolas Trujillo. The first thing that I want to express is that I thought that it would be harder to come back to classes, and actually I was really scared about the upcoming process, but the readings have helped a lot to keep learning vocabulary and practicing reading comprehension, which has been really important in this course and the other ones as well. So it works a lot as practice. Well, according to what I have learned, I think most of the readings are really interesting because they have so much things that I have never read or studied before. And also, I have never talked to anybody about these topics because they are not usually common, especially on schools and mass media. And I think that should really change. Well, the most interesting for me about this process that helped me to learn or better said to understand some words and concepts were the text's theoretical perspectives on sexuality and gender socialization. There are a lot of concepts in those texts that help me to understand sexuality in a better way, which I think it's really helpful because I will be prepared to assume my future role as a teacher and actually be an assistant for my future students. Also, considering that the educational system doesn't teach about these topics, not in a proper way at least. This idea comes from a personal experience because during my school period I wasn't taught about any of this. So, well, about the readings, the first text that I mentioned talks about family and its relationship with children. The text says that a proper socialization between families and children can benefit their idea and conception about sexuality and other topics that teenagers try to understand and figure it out. For example, I can relate it with another text that talks about family relationships, in terms of their impact on child's identity development, which I think it's seriously relevant as much as a topic of studies, but even more to me as a pre-service teacher, because I think it's important to treat child's identity development in a proper way, because once we accomplish that, the child will know how to interact with the educational system in a comfortable way, becoming a positive relationship between these two, the educational system and the student. Well, to conclude my video journal, I wanted to add that the most of the time while while I read or listen to any conversation in class, I always wonder why there are no discussions like these ones outside a university. For example, on mass media, which one controls a huge flow of information and has a lot of influence on people. We need to understand that society is changing incredibly fast, and we need to face these topics as soon as possible so we can understand all the different realities and identities that exist in the world. Well, that's my video journal number 2.